What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to a tutorial on how to set up an ETS2 server for Nitrado. Big shout out to Nitrado for sponsoring this video. Thank you ever so much. I am a Nitrado partner. If you don't have a server through Nitrado, link in the description. Click on the link, 10% off. Everyone's a winner. You get some money off. It helps out me and my channel. Honestly, click that link and get that done. You're going to also need to click a few other links down in the description. You're going to want FileZilla to get this process sorted out. Link will be down there as well. And you're going to need to access your developer controls for ETS or ATS. This will work on either server. The process is exactly the same. So you're going to need to do that, which I'm going to show you how to do as well. And I think that's about it. It's a bit fiddly and it's a bit complicated, so I'll try and go through everything as in depth as I can. If I miss anything or if things don't work, just drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll see if I can talk you through it or update the video in any way I can. But again, big shout out to Nitrado for sponsoring this video, and now let's get right into it.
Nitrado.
Right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to access your developer console in either ETS or ATS. Now, I'm going to do it on ETS, but the only thing you have to change if you want to do it on ATS is go into your ATS program in your documents file, okay? So open up your documents, go into Eurotruck Sim 2, and then once you're in here, this is the same place as you put your mods, okay? You scroll down, you've got a config. Now you can either click and drag that into a notepad or Notepad++. I just double click them on and it opens in Notepad anyway. That's how I've got things set up. Now you can press Control F, not Control R. You can do Control F and you can type in here. If you type in console, press enter, it will take you down to where, there's two consoles. You want this one, uset g_console. That will be a 0 for you. You want to change that value to 1. Okay. And then you click back in your box up here again, and you want to search for something called developer. This one here, you want to change this value here to 1 as well. Those, both console and developer, they'll both be set to 0 and they need to be set to 1. Once you've done that, you don't need to search. You can just scroll down and look for g_developer and g_console, wherever that went here. So you can just scroll down and look for them if you want. So, but once you've done that, you click your file, click save, and you're all good to go. Okay, so once that is done, then you can just load up ETS or ATS, depending on which one you've chosen. Okay, so once everything's done and ETS is all loaded up, you now need to work out what mods, if any, what mods you want in your game. Because with a server, you're allowed to put mods on, okay? So, for instance, I've got my VTC profile. So, if I now click on my mod manager, I've got these and nothing else. Just Pro Mods Middle East, the map icons, and a few things for the actual VTC. If you're interested in joining a VTC, links in the description for that as well. And I also run the route advisor, the smaller route advisor. But that's about it. That's all we run on here, just to keep things quite simple. Because you do tend to find the stuff like a lot of people use. Let's just take the sound pack, for instance, brings so much more into the game, but it's updated a lot. Okay, so if a Steam Workshop mod updates, you need to do all of this, what I'm now about to show you, again, unless you take it from the Steam Workshop and create it into an actual file, but then you won't get the updates, so that's pointless. So I recommend doing little, but making sure you've got enough in there to keep what you want, to keep you entertained and keep your friends entertained as well. You know, but the good thing about the server is you can still have all the traffic is turned on and everything. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So once you've worked out everything that you need, if you're running Pro Mods and you don't know the actual load order, pause the video. That's the load order. That works. So that's the load order for Pro Mods that you're going to need. You don't need the Zoom crash fix if you're just running Pro Mods. All you need is, you only need the Zoom crash fix if you're running other maps like Rust map or any of the others that are available. So once you've worked all that out, you will click down here, click on confirm changes, and then load up the game. Okay, once you're into the game and everything is loaded, go down to here, click on convoys, click on continue, and come down here and you want to host a convoy. Okay, now don't worry about filling any of this in at all. All right, just don't worry about any of that and just click on confirm. Okay, because you can change all of that in your actual server on the Nitrado web interface. Okay, so once everything's done, it'll process all of your mods and it'll get everything done. The good thing about this is, as long as your friends have the mods, the game will put them all in the right order. There'll be a little button that comes down here when you're trying to actually get onto the server that says activate mods in session or something. And they click that and it just puts everything in the right order and away you go. All right. So once you're into your session, okay, once you're into your session up here, then I recommend you hit the drive button and you get into your truck. If you don't have a truck, then I recommend that you just take a job so you're actually at least in the game. Okay, I tend to find it better if you're in game because it's given the game a chance to load everything in. Okay, so once you're in here, then you will hit the tilde key and that will open up your developer console. And that is what we just unlocked in the first part of the video. All right, so once you've got your developer console up, you will type in export _ server _ packages. Now, when you get used to using the developer console, you'll notice I didn't type that. I hit the up button on my arrows, and it brings up stuff that you've already typed. So when you start typing things, or you can change the time, you can go to certain places if you want to. You know, there's so many things you can do with the developer console, not just what I'm showing you now. But type in export _ server _ packages, and then you hit the enter button, and it will come up server packages exported successfully. Once that is done, then you can exit out of ETS. Go and download yourself your FileZilla. Get that done. I've already got FileZilla, but I'll still kind of take you through the process as much as I can without having to overwrite everything. All right, so we'll get into that next. Okay, so once you've completely exited out of ETS, just quit out of the game completely, you are going to want to go and download FileZilla. All right, links in the description for that, or you can just copy up here. All right, so you click on that and you'll download. You want to download the client. So you click on that, download the client from here. So just download FileZilla. So I've got it down into here now. So I will download it just to let you guys know that it is actually safe to do so. So you will double click on that and then just click I agree and click all the way through. Just keep going and going and going and going and going. Everything absolutely fine. Like I said, I have already I've already installed this, okay, but just click through all of the things and it is fine. It is exactly how you need to do it. Okay, I know it looks a bit scary, but it is absolutely fine. Once you've got FileZilla downloaded, this is what you're going to come up with. Something that looks a bit like this. Yours might be a bit different on the left because I've already opened mine and got certain files and folders in. So once you've got this page up, you will now need to go into your Nitrado account. If you don't have one, link in the description. Get yourself a server. If you've got this far and you don't have a server yet, then I'll just hold fire for a minute while you just go and get one. If you want an ETS server, you just make yourself an account, click on products, game servers, type in Euro Truck, go get yourself a server. You do 4 slot or 8 slots. Highly recommend the 8 slot one for you and, as I said, for you and 7 of your friends to be able to play ETS. Once you've got your server, you click on your web interface. It will take you into here. You scroll down to the bottom and you'll want the FTP credentials. All of these credentials in here, what you're going to need to put into FileZilla. Right, so I've now got my FTP credential to the left. FileZilla is on the right. Okay, so you'll see up here in the boxes, you've got host, username, password, port. Down here, host, username, password, and port. All right, so just transfer all of these details here into these boxes in here. All right, you click on the little eye here to bring up your password. I'm not going to do that. I'm not an idiot. Well, that's a lie. But anyway, once you've got all them in there, click on Quick Connect. Now, once you've done this once, all right, you can then click on the arrow afterwards and you can bring it all up here and it will tell you, it will put you straight in. Okay, so either well, no, first time you're going to have to type in all of your credentials. So host is the top one, username is obviously username, password is obviously password, and port is obviously port. Okay, now you want to use the FTP credentials, not the SQL. All right, so use the FTP, goes into the FileZilla. This is a file transfer program. All right, so once you're in, this is what you'll get. You'll get your remote site come up and it's your ETS2. All right, click on your ETS2. No, I haven't. Click on your ETS2, click on save. And this is where you're going to need what you've transferred across, which was your server packages SII and your server packages .dat. Okay, so these 2 files here are the files that you took out of ETS2 and put them into your documents folder. Okay, so what you now need to do, if you don't know how to get to here, obviously click up here and it's users, whatever user you're using, documents, ETS2, and then just if you click on ETS2, it'll bring you into this file here. Sorry, I hope that's rectified that. So what I now do is click on that one, hold control, click on the next. It will highlight both, take both of these, drag them across into here. Now, because I've already got a DAT and an SII in there, it will tell me to overwrite. So click on overwrite and click on overwrite. Now, remember, if anything updates, so if you're using this as an updating as well, it's just exactly the same thing. Just click and drag and update what you've got. I need to update my server anyway, so this is why I am doing it this way, okay? So, but it works for new and for existing accounts as well. So once that is all done and you've had your little pop-up to say that all the files are transferred successfully, and you'll get it up here as well, status, directory listing of ETS2 save, successful. Once that is done, you can now open up your Nitrado server. Okay, once everything is done and you're into your Nitrado server, you can now No, actually, you want to go down onto your general settings. So you click on that, and this is everything you need to change. All right. So this is how you set up your actual server. So you choose your server name. That's the name that will show up to all of your friends. That's the server. That's what you will give them. You can write a description if you want. You can write a welcome message for every time that they join the server. This message will flash up on the screen. Obviously, create yourself a password as well. Now here, you can choose to have player damage on or off. So obviously ticked is on, unticked is off. You can choose whether to have your AI traffic. I recommend having AI traffic on. It really brings the server to life. So hide trucks on company plots. You can do that. Hide collidings, which hides players in collision-free zones. That stuff like service stations, fuel stations, depending on how you kind of set things up. You can enforce a speed limit if you want to. So you've got no collisions in services. You can have that checked or unchecked. In menu ghosting, which is so it disables collisions in menu screens. So if a player is in their menu, they kind of disappear. So you can't see, they won't get crashed into and stuff like that. So, and you can show name tags and stuff like that as well. All right, so you can choose all of that. Once you are done, then you click on save changes. I will click on save changes anyway, and then go back out into dashboard. Click on start, click start your server. Once your server is all up, running, and everything is green and running lovely, you can then send all of your friends your password and your server name. All right. And so once you've sent out your details to all of your friends, then you can come back into ETS, go into the same profile which you set up the server with. And once everything is all up and loaded and ready to go in game, you then come down, you click on convoys, and instead of host a convoy, wait for the sessions to load up. They can search. You can turn on advanced filters depending on what you've done. I mean, I have sessions. This is how I have mine kind of set up. You can have sessions with optional mods, which means it will show you servers with other mods. But this one is just to say all this, tick this box. It will only show you the sessions with the mods you've actually got on. So get them to search up here so they can search for your server name. As you can see, my one is here. I can click join convoy. Now, this is where you type in your password. Sometimes there is a bit of an issue. Let me just see. Hang on. Click on that. Join in the convoy. That's actually let me straight in. Sometimes you will get up and it will say server busy. Please try again later. That doesn't mean try later. That means try again instantly. Sometimes it might take 2 or 3 times to do it. But once you're in, you are in, and there you go. You are into your server. And then you can just click on drive and away you go. It's very, very simple to take. One of you needs to take a job, and then you can click up into your here, and it will tell you here job info. As soon as that person's got the job and been and actually collected it or loaded it or attached a trailer or whatever, it will be here. And then all of your friends should have a click on that name, click down here, view and take the same job. Away you go. That is that simple. I say simple. I know it's a bit of a bind. It's a bit of a chore to get it all up and running and get it all set up. But I truly believe it's a great thing. And I super hope that they are going to bring in more slots for people to be able to join. So VTCs at the moment have to, if you've got more than 8 people want to join, then, you know, you're going to go to somewhere that can host more than 8 people. But I think this is great just for you and a few of your friends, or just to have it as a VTC server so people can just go log in and just go and put some miles in. You know, even if it's you can have like 3 different people and they can just use the CB when they're on the server and stuff. Honestly, it's great. Get them in your life. I hope this video has helped. If I have missed anything, if you're having any difficulties, please drop me a comment and I'll try and react, and I'll try and get back to as many comments as I can. But I seriously hope this has helped. Another big shout out to Nitrado for sponsoring this video. As I said, I am a Nitrado partner. If you have not yet got yourself a Nitrado server, go get yourself one. Use my link, use my code. It is in the description below. 10% off. Helps you, helps me. Get Nitrado in your life. You will not be disappointed. VTCs as well. John VTC. We're very, very small VTC. There's not much sort of, we don't force you into doing anything really. Just log in a few miles every month and jobs are good. All right. But look, I'm waffling. I hope this has helped. If it has, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe over here if you're new. Look after yourselves, take care of each other, and if you need any more content, there's probably a box up there.